Adventure is the quality that distinguishes humans from other living forms. Today we are going on an adventure. It takes a lot of courage and determination to do anything alone. Going into the unknown is what is called adventure. Adventure is what made Columbus go into the unknown ocean to discover India. Adventure makes us feel alive, and that is what makes it so important. Today we are going to experience the adventure of Robinson Crusoe. The story of Robinson Crusoe is a novel written by Daniel Defoe. Daniel Defoe was the first of the great 18th century English novelists. He wrote more than 500 books, pamphlets, articles, and poems. The character of Robinson Crusoe is based on the real-life experiences of Alexander Selkirk, who was a Scottish sailor who lived on an uninhabited island from 1704 to 1709. Robinson Crusoe, who was very much adventurous from his childhood, was a youth of about 18 years who resides in England. Crusoe had a dream to go on a sea voyage. Crusoe loved sea voyages from his childhood. And one day, Robinson Crusoe ran away from his home and went to sea against the advice of his father. It was on his voyage to Guinea that his ship was wrecked on a desert island, where he lived for so many years. There, Crusoe was the only survivor from the wreck, and after scrambling ashore, he took refuge in a tree for the night to be out of reach of wild beasts. And next morning found that he could easily swim to the ship, which had been carried away by the waves quite near to the shore. Now I am going to tell you the story with pictures in short. Crusoe on the raft. He got on board and then constructed a raft, and was thus able in the course of several journeys to carry ashore quite a large stock of useful things: bread, rice, dried goat's flesh, cheese, clothes, tools to work with, guns and powder, and shot. Milking the goats. One of the first things he discovered was that there were a number of goats on the island. Some of these he caught, and in time he had quite a flock. He found them very useful. They supplied him with plenty of milk. He ate their flesh and made clothes from their skins when his own were worn out. Dinner time. Here you see Crusoe comfortably settled on the island. He is dining in his cave with his family around him, 2 cats and a dog, which he rescued from the ship. There's a goat too. All these were dumb creatures, it is true, but they were better for poor lonely Crusoe than no company at all. Crusoe makes his boat. He cut down a big tree and, as you see in the picture, hollowed it out with his edge until he had quite a fine cannon. It was a long and wearisome task. He rigged it out with a sail of goat skins and now was able to take trips round the island to catch fish and turtles. Footprint in the sand. Crusoe had been on the island for several years when one day he was very startled to see a footprint in the sand. Soon afterwards, he came across the remains of a cannibal feast, and for some time he was almost afraid to venture forth for fear of being captured and eaten up. Man Friday. One day he saw 5 cannons with about 30 savages. They had some poor prisoners on whom they were going to feast. One of these escaped, pursued by two savages. Crusoe rushed out and knocked down one of the pursuers and shot the other. The one Crusoe had rescued was very grateful and became his devoted comrade. He called him Friday, as that was the day he found him. Crusoe teaching Friday. One can imagine how delighted Crusoe was in having a companion after all those years of solitude. Crusoe taught him to be a good Christian, and with his honest and gentle creature he spent several years very happily. Crusoe sees a ship. At length, deliverance came, and Crusoe was turned to his native land. Friday, of course, went with him, and they had many more adventures together. To learn about this, I can only tell you that you had better read all about them in the wonderful book written by Daniel Defoe, The Adventures of Robinson Crusoe.